Meanwhile, Deputy Minister of Finance Charles Boahene says government has paid over 96% of all customers whose monies got locked up in the banking sector and financial institutions collapsed. He says the rest of the 4% of customers whose payments have delayed are due to court actions. He says government has set aside 3.1 billion cedis for the payments. He says the noise being made over non-payment are by only a few people. Mr. Boahene made the comments whilst debating the 2020 mid-year budget review on the floor of Parliament, a day former President John Mahama assured a future NDC government will pay all depositors in full within a year.
We have also paid over 96% of the depositors in the savings and loans, microfinance and banking sector. Mr. Speaker, 96% of depositors have been paid in full. So it's the remaining 4% who make the most noise that are still outstanding and are yet to be paid. Mr. Speaker, in paying these depositors, we used a combination of bonds and cash. We paid them 20% in cash and 80% in bonds. The bonds were structured to pay out over 4 years, amortizing zero coupon, meaning that they were paid 20% of the face value every year for the next 4 years. Mr. Speaker, we came up with this structure in a recognition of the fact that we had to watch the public purse and make sure that we used the scarce resources we had judiciously. Mr. Speaker, when we looked at the deposits of most of these depositors in these savings and loans and MFIs, we realized that depositors had been attracted by the lure of very high interest payments, sometimes exceeding 10% a month. So basically, people had, innocently gone to put their monies with these institutions, believing that they were going to earn really high returns, as compared to the more conservative people who had deposited their monies with better capitalized banks that were paying them maybe 1 or 2% a month.